I don't know. It's just a standard thing that we only do like one stream transcribed.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, so we're off. Mark 5-3, makes a 3 point. 6-1. Ollie makes this the bar. Okay. Pretty standard so far. 6-5. Well, you can't escape, but you're not too displeased to put spares on the 7 and 8 point there. Double two is going to maybe just make the 11, actually, even though you want to come up, kind
Do you
of.
not want to anchor against that structure?
You kind of do. And of
I'd
course,
like to anchor.
I didn't see that you could make the 5. I think I prefer to keep the 7 point there. If I'm not going to make the 22, I think I might like to make the 11 point. Now the thing about not coming up is it has some value. If your opponent fails to roll like a number that points, or even like this one, you're not unhappy that you didn't come up, because 5-4, if you make the 3 point, you still got loads of gaps as white to just come up. So, and Marc probably can even double this. Yeah, I saw it late in the day, so this is going to be a standard take for sure. Eric in the chat. Andreas. So yeah, just a standard, like, easy take. Marc's happy to split and definitely happy to make the 8 point. And you can see that Ollie's a little in trouble after making the 3 point. His structure is inflexible. I mean, if he wants to make the 5 point, go right ahead. Oof. Marc will be saying.
What now?
But I don't know if he might have to do it, because 6-3 is so weak. Although this is obviously an immediate 6 shots, 6 and 5 shot, and double 3, 3-2. It provides the best long-term kind of solution to the problem. And the problem was that terrible stack on the 6 point. So this unstacks that 6 point. But it does it at quite a great cost, because if you get hit, your opponent's got such a strong board.
But this is so stacked and weird.
6-3 just looks really like it's going to give him problems later on. Marc can relax. He definitely looks a little bit more relaxed.
I definitely prefer 5 point. What do you prefer?
Yeah, I do as well. But I have to say, like, being pedant, kind of, I'm not saying I know it's right. I think if I was to, like, had to make a play that I feel comfortable with, I would make the 5 point. I feel uncomfortable playing 6-3, because I don't know how am I going to fill the gaps on the 5 and the 4 point, or how am I going to then, what am I going to do if I roll other numbers? I'm always going to have the gap on the 5 and the 4 point. So in fact, Marc would have missed. So he's going to have to switch 3-2, because he wants to keep the bar point. I think this makes most sense. It keeps like a solid broken 6 prime. Just shifting, that looks nice to me. I would be surprised if it's not the right play, actually. So yeah, now Oliver's got, okay, that fixes everything, kind of. So he can make the 4 and the 2.
Yeah.
But the question is, if he doesn't and he makes the 5 point, can he hold his prime?
No. He's got 3 on the midpoint, surely.
So maybe he just has to... Maybe Ollie just has to do this to give himself time to get out. Because otherwise, how would Ollie get out from the 24 point? But Marc comes in. I think he's just going to play to the 7 point. Although it duplicates the 2, having said that, to come to the 14. So maybe it's okay. Like, Ollie's not going to hit with the 2. So in fact, I don't see why you wouldn't do this, actually. Because Ollie will not hit with the 2, he'll split. Okay, 3-1. Probably has to give up the bar. And Ollie still has a way to win. He can hit that checker on the 24 point, but not anymore. I think Marc's going to run. He could just make the 8, but he wants to get that checker out. What do you think?
Yeah, and there's still the 2 duplication
Right. That's what I noticed.
after he runs.
So I don't think this makes sense.
But he can't really get. I mean,
Because if you stay back, that gives Ollie his only way to win, which is to like try and keep on hitting you inboard.
yeah.
And Ollie can't really win if you play out from the 24 point. So I think this is wrong. I mean, it is a little bit dangerous for Ollie if Marc makes this play. It can be give Ollie a bit of a headache. Like, this is double edged. Of course, it gives Marc the opportunity to send a third checker back, but I just don't think that's what Marc needed. He just needed to escape. He didn't want the tension of, and there's the 2-6 immediately. So Marc now needs a 1. 5-2 is obviously good anyway. Probably playing 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
And now Ollie has some numbers, like really strange numbers, like so he's got double 1, for example. So this would duplicate 6-2, give Ollie a headache. Probably would just play 24-16 if he rolled a 6-2.
Yeah.
But I think Marc should play 8-6. Interesting. So I'm not sure about those 2 plays. Double 4 is not good. I mean, it's nice to make the 5 point, but it's not nice to have to leave the checker back on the 24 point, and that so that's going to just hit and make the checker safe on the 6 point. And now Marc's back in a gammon winning kind of position. If he can close that checker out, he's winning quite a few gammons. Yep. Okay, so he comes in high. That's interesting. Would you do that?
No. How is he gonna get?
Do you
out
remember
now?
Mitch's 1-2 where he didn't split either
Yeah.
because it was too dangerous? Yeah, I wouldn't.
But there were only 3 numbers.
Because I think he can get gammoned. I mean, this does save gammons, so it could very well be the only play. But he can. Having said that, it saves gammons. Oliver can still get gammoned when he makes the
Yeah.
anchor. So Marc 6-5 probably has to do that.
But now he's just gonna crunch. And he can't win.
And exactly, so he maybe trades off some gammon losses for like the ability to win, which he didn't think was worth it. So the 1 is nice because it kills the 4, so that when Oliver rolls his next 4, he doesn't have to bury a checker to the 1 point, which would be bad. Okay, so 6. But he doesn't get it. 2-1. I would just play 4-1, I think. Just keep it simple. 5-1. Okay, I think I like just to play safe. Just play 7-2, stack them up on the 2 point. We don't really want to do that. I don't like. I would like to do that less than just do that.
This is much nicer.
I think this leaves fewer bad numbers.
There's so many.
Yeah, it is. I think so. And Oliver's got a 4 point board. Well, not
Is
anymore.
that double 1?
Okay, so look, Marc put himself in a position where he can leave shots, and well, okay, he's going to do that. That's fine. You really want to start taking checkers off, and Ollie's only got a 3 point board now.
6.
No 6. Ollie shouldn't get gammoned, but you never know. Again, take 1 off is fine. Marc edging closer to winning the game and also gammoning Ollie, but 6-5 will save a heck of amount of gammons unless Marc rolls double 1 or 3-1. Double 4, okay. Can you think about taking 2 checkers off here? Probably not. 3-1.
How many gammons do
Oh,
we
and
have?
Fan. Well, if he takes 2 off now, which is difficult. So Oliver should be fine.
Yeah.
6-2, plays it how he wants it. Michael Henriksen, we got in the chat. We got. How would you? Is that I can't actually read because I have long sight because I'm that old.
Yep.
Shinesklep, I would have said.
Shines. It's an eye.
Oh, Shineskeep. Sheenskeep. Okay, we got Sheenskeep. Oh, what? Suddenly you turn away. Okay, it's a gammon. Okay, needed 2 crossovers. He doesn't get it. Could this be a short match?
Marc might win 1 more point.
Yeah, well, Marc is finished him. What we really want Oliver to win for the excitement. We want Oliver to win the match and the PR. I think Oliver's doing well in PR. I've seen a couple of things that I think could be a mistake. There's a percentage chance that they were a mistake from Marc, so that will tend to increase his PR. Can't say that they were definitely mistakes, but there's a good chance. Or there's a chance they could be.
Good here.
Double
3.
5. Okay,
Oh.
4-0. So I think if the match finished like quickly here, somehow Oliver cubes and then Marc gammons Oliver on the cube, I think Oliver will end up winning the PR. But that might not be good enough because Oliver is. We can check in on the other match.
Is Marc finished now?
Marc has only got 1 point.
So he can't win.
No. Well, this is the 3 more rounds after this. So there are maximum of 8 points available. So Marc could go to 9. Oliver, in theory, could. I think Oliver has.
Okay, Oliver's
Oliver,
doing pretty
it
well.
hasn't been updated. I think Oliver's on 8, right?
Is it not?
No.
Refresh it.
Yeah, Oliver's on 8. So Oliver's got if Oliver wins 8 points, if he wins the maximum number of points, he goes to 16. So he possibly could still be in it.
Yeah.
But we're really rooting for Mitchie to close the gap in stream 1 now.
Oliver double.
So go watch stream 1. Don't watch this. I mean it. Okay, double 4 all to play, or have we played something here?
All to play.
But amazingly, if we look at these PRs, can you believe the gap
That's
between
crazy.
the gap? It's
Only
not.
2
It's
points in PR difference.
the gap between Mitchie, who's playing a 3 on UBC settings. That maybe not is his kind of best level, but he won't be distraught with it. Hideaki's playing 2.04. So after 8 matches, that's pretty impressive. So 2-1, he comes in and hits.
What's he doing with the 2? Because the 4 is duplicated.
I would play 16. Yeah.
But that's the 4 that's duplicated that you like.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe up onto the onto the anchor.
So Ollie does play Miranda's play 21. 3-1, you're going to make the 20 probably. You like to make the 5, but Oliver's got an advanced anchor. So there's not much.
I'm anchoring here.
Although you are priming 4 checkers in. But if I'm 4-0 up, I don't know, when did Oliver cube? I missed that. When you're 4-0 up,
Before the double 4.
I think this could be a mistake. I would just make the 20 point. feel uncomfortable about not making the anchor here. Being 4-0 up.
Oh, there is also a hit. I didn't see that. But you don't
There
wanna
is
do
a
that.
hit, yeah. Okay, but the 5 points definitely like looks good. I mean, what the upside, what you can say about in favour is it's priming in 4 checkers rather than the normal 2, so there's value in that. Verdict says 20 is best here. I would have thought so because you don't want to give black any opportunity to hit point on that checker on the 5 point. That would be deadly. 6-4 probably just runs from the back. I think you either run from the back or the 21 point. I'm not sure. I suppose you run from the back, you duplicate the 4.
Where? Sorry.
If you play 24-14 and you keep the checker on the 16 point, then you duplicate the 4 that Marc needs. Yeah. But the checker that you really want to move is the one on the 21 point, actually, because it's stacked.
Yeah.
So if Ollie's behind in the race, which he probably is, maybe he should just play 21-11. And then if Marc fails to roll a 4 and makes the anchor, Oliver's got another builder. Yeah, so I think 21-11.
21-11 looks the nicest.
Yeah, 21-11 is best, I would say. Again, like if Marc fails to roll a 4, linking up on the 20 point, and Oliver somehow is able to have his full roll next go, then Oliver can still use that checker on the 11 point to point on the checker on the 20 point or on the 5 point. So yeah, I think it would be bad not to play 21-11.
Yes. He does it.
This is the play that looks right as well, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that it is right. So 4-2, you're going to anchor. Again, he's going to have these distraction. You can hit one or you can hit the other, but I think I would just anchor and come up with the 2. Very important to anchor when you're 4-0 up and you've been cubed.
But his midpoint is stripped. This is also what's making me think.
Yeah, but he can also hit from the 16 point. If you hit the checker on the 14 point, then
I guess, yeah, this is good.
well, actually
There's
no.
so many
So this I
options.
wouldn't hit this one. Actually, maybe I would hit not this one, but I might think about hitting the other one. The 9, the hitting the guy on the 9, because then you get the best of both worlds. You prevent your, you kind of make it difficult for your opponent to make the 5 point because he'll be on the bar. So I wouldn't hit this one. I would if I was going to hit, I'd hit the guy on the 9 point. This kind of disconnects your checkers as white. But look, if you hit the guy, if you play 13-9, you play 24-22, yeah, maybe I'm now not so sure about making the act. Well, now I'm not so sure.
But you've convinced me.
Okay, yeah, now this is a very nice play. You play 24-18 with a 6.
Yeah.
So all your checkers are connected. Very important concept in backgammon to keep the checkers kind of compact and connected. 5-1 will hit. So the hit is very normal and logical. Marc's next port of call will be to make the bar, but he doesn't get to do that because he hits him. Ollie hits him right back. Marc has to have 4 checkers back. 3-1. Turning down the hit.
Oof, I don't want to hit that.
So this is the thing. When if I'm not playing well, I feel like hitting in these positions like this. I'm not sure it's wrong, but I don't think I would. When I'm more clear-headed, I see that there isn't that much gain to being hit, and the downside is big that you lose the 8 points. So I think Ollie's looking good for PR so far, and Ollie will be happy to hit. Mark's got these 2 anchors. He's going to have to think about when he wants to come off one of them. But that 3-4 is fine. He'll just come out to the 18.
Structure is really awkward now.
Yeah. He comes to the 18. He duplicates 6s. I think this is okay. I think he needs to release the checker on the 22 point because it's kind of primed. He could end up crunching, so I wouldn't play 7-3, and 7-3 kind of buries a checker. This will make the 17 point and just play 24-18. I wonder what else he's looking at. Okay, because I mean, Ollie's like in this position where he's going to have to kind of resign himself to not winning a gammon. It's going to be difficult to think that you can win a gammon when your opponent's got those anchors. So all Ollie really wants to do is like bring the checkers round, which is a bit like the last game. Do you remember against Mitchie when Ollie had the kind of 8 outside points and Mitchie had the 4 and the 3 point, was it? And then Ollie ended up leaving a shot. So it's a similar kind of. These positions happen very often. You're either bearing in against 1 or 2 anchors, and Ollie will just be trying to bring the position home safely and just win 2 points. And I think, yeah, like mentally he should resign himself to not winning a gammon, which is fine. 4-4 looks like you just make the 9 point because there's nothing else you can really do. Marc will presumably release that checker from the 15 point.
And bring the boat down.
Yeah. And Ollie just wants to clear the 13 point before anything else. Like roll a 4-2 or a 5-4 or a 5-2. 3-3, 2-2, 6.
Make the ball.
Now he can roll a 6-5 or a 6-4 and release the 13 point, which is what he wants. And this is really bad for Marc because sorry, I wasn't moved away from the mic. This is pushes his front position too far forward. It makes him liable to break. So 5-4, yeah, he can clear the 11 point though. Actually, that's the more troublesome point. So I would clear the 11. I think it would be a mistake to clear the 13 now.
But then his 6s are okay. Oh, but then you give him 6s. But otherwise his 6s are playing 7-1.
But he doesn't want to come. I wouldn't do. He doesn't want to come off the 20 point. That's true, but he didn't want to.
And now he can point on this guy if he leaves it.
Well, he won't leave. He won't leave the anchor. Actually.
When he has to.
It's difficult. I don't think he should, but he's going to get forced off maybe next go. So it's like, well, maybe I should just go now. Okay, so he gets to clear the 11 point. So he wanted to clear both the 11 and the 13, but it's interesting. He chose to clear the 13 first, which wasn't in direct contact with an anchor. And I wouldn't even look at, you just want to get rid of that. Now your objective of clearing the outside points is so much easier. It's going to be easy just to play 6s, 5s. Certainly 5s. Anyway, so what's Marc done? 5-2. Yeah, he has to come off the anchor. And then the question is, does he make the 20 point? Probably should. At a normal score, you wouldn't want to come up from the 22 point because that would reduce the contact. But this isn't a normal score. Now, if Ollie rolls one of the lucky numbers and gets to point on Marc, which he doesn't know, so 5-3, I think you just play from the 9 point. The 3, I'm not sure. Maybe either 4-1 or 9-6. Probably 4-1. Yeah, but now Marc left the checker on the 20 point vulnerable for one go. If he doesn't manage to get it out,
Yeah.
Oliver could roll one of those lucky numbers that points on him, and I think
Makes it
that's a
6
little
prime.
bit a teeny bit gammonish, maybe a teeny bit. 4-1, 3-1. But you see, I think I prefer 4-1 because it gives him more builders to make the 6
Yeah,
prime.
me too, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like that. I think that's a mistake. 6-3 Marc will just well, he still should run. Just go all the way. And now Oliver's only got 3-1 really, or double 1 to make the 6. Wow, 3-1. There it is. Okay, but he doesn't get to point on the check because Marc got it off there, which was why it was very important for Marc to run. So it's very difficult for Oliver to win a gammon here. So it's most likely to be 4-2 after this game. Make the 2, yeah. I'm with you. I mean, you can clear, but you know, it's all about. I think it's all about just double 6, really.
But he wants a gammon now to level the score.
I don't think it's that. I think it's that if you clear the 9 point, then you just give your opponent a chance to roll double 6. I think it's the only.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that's the consideration. This is lovely, but you give your opponent double 6. Any other 6,
Yeah,
Marc's
he's
not going to run.
leave, yeah.
Exactly.
But you have so many pointing numbers. But if you make the 2,
You make the 2.
and then you can clear it next time.
You can clear it next time.
then
You've
roll to
created a
6.
worse
But then-
position for yourself, but you've made sure that your opponent doesn't get to
Yeah.
basically completely equalize the position with double 6.
Yeah.
And maybe now, even if you roll like 4-1 or 3-2, you maybe you still don't clear I don't think you would clear the 9 point. But now, okay,
Yeah.
but you could clear
And
the
now
8
you can
point.
roll 1-6, and then you can pounce on
But
him.
now, you open up the double 6. He could have cleared the 8 point actually instead of the 9. Anyway, back to now. I think Oliver's going to have to hit because the
He's got
race
so
is
many pointing
too
numbers.
close. Okay, well, it
Yes.
doesn't matter. He gets the point. With that checker on the 16 point, I think gammons are like something like 6%. But Marc comes in. That's going to save some gammons. Oliver would like to hit and get hit back.
Perfect.
He would like to get hit back. Comes in on the 6 point. Marc doesn't even have to expose a second checker because there's one there, waiting for him.
Now you can clear the 8, sorry.
He doesn't want to cover. I think that's a mistake. I think he should have just let Marc come in
Yeah.
and try and get that checker. Okay, so I'm hearing Justin's dulcet tones saying that Hideaki is not playing super well. That he's that he's playing that very, very hopeful for Michi. 6-2. Okay, Marc would like to come in. I mean, he's probably gonna. Okay, he does come in. So that's
So there's no gammons.
no
there.
gammon. So it's gonna go 4-2. I would say stick by what I'm saying. I think that Ollie is leading the PR race because I think there's a chance that Marc made some mistakes in the first game for sure. You see, it's not completely remote. Like Marc's still got those checkers out there. You see, it's not completely remote. Like Marc's still got those checkers out there. It's funny how these things happen. But 6-3 saves the gammon, and it's 4-2.
Did you commentate all 6 matches yesterday?
Yeah.
You must have been shattered. I was shattered from transcribing.
I was pretty tired. Yeah. I was pretty tired. So this is 5 away, 3 away from Oliver's perspective. So it's a little bit of an active score, but not as active as I think some people think it is. You can't just double anything. The downside of the score scenario, the situation for Oliver, is that he's an odd number of points away from winning, which makes it slightly ineffective for him to win either 2 points. Well, mostly 2 points. He's happy to win 4 because that will take him to Crawford. But the 2-point part of being cubing and being taken, it's not so valuable to a player that's 5 away because it only takes you to 3 away, which is not a good score to be at. So he's not as incentivized to cube as people think. Marc should just it's not clear now when Marc is leading that he wants to play 6 to 3, but I think I still would. I would definitely play 24-20 with the 4 if I'm going to hit with the 3, and maybe I would play 24-20 anyway.
But if you hit like that, do you not want another one in the zone to cover?
Yeah, you do, but it's just you don't want to expose blots when you're leading in the match because it might be a little bit too gammonish in the long term, but I think that's fine what Marc did. So Oliver hits back. Marc can just come in high and safety the checker on the 9 point. That's fine. If Oliver gets a nice developing roll, like 3-1, 4-2.
6-3, he can just
6-3 is kind of weak because it has to put a checker on another checker on make it a five checkers on 1 point, which isn't that good really in backgammon. Now Marc's happy to get a builder because there are fewer hitbacks for Oliver. Double 5. Okay, looks like it's going to be a pass on most rolls. 2-1, that's going to be a take probably. It's interesting, see what Marc does, but Oliver will cube.
What's Marc gonna do?
Tempted at this score. Yeah, he's not sure. That's like, I have no idea. Let me think. I think Marc's quite easy to read sometimes. So my first thought, this is a take. Why? Because Oliver's position is just pretty undeveloped. Although Oliver's got all his checkers round, which is clearly a strength, Oliver's position is not that developed, and the consequence of that is that Oliver will not immediately win a gammon because he's not threatening to do anything. The only really punishing roll is, say, double 4. But other than that, there's nothing that suggests that Oliver's going to gammon Marc in this position. And if Marc can make the 23 point, it's not so much he has a back game, but he just protects himself quite well. So again, having said all that, I'm not sure. There's certainly parts of this position that you don't like when you're leading the match 3 away, 5 away. But I think it looks like taking is fine.
Yeah.
4-2, I think you probably have to make the... Oh, no, you can just make the 4 point. Much stronger, I think.
Yeah.
From a gammonish point of view. Just trying to win a gammon. Double 4, okay, Marc will take that. He immediately makes the 20 point, destroying all possibility of a gammon. The 1-4 is going to make the 4 point.
Yeah.
Todd says, how can you pass with 5 checkers on the 6? And mid, yeah, I think so. I agree with you. We're arguing the same point, Todd. You and me. I wasn't disagreeing with you, Todd. Okay, you see, like, just Marc did roll a very good number, but who's actually kind of, it's not easy to see who's, well, I mean, Oliver's winning the position, but he's not winning it by very much.
What would you rather do with the 1?
What has he got to play? He's played it, yeah.
One onto the mid,
I don't know. I think this, maybe. Because if you get missed... Now if you get missed, you can't make the bar point. I know it leaves fewer shots.
That's true.
And you don't want to stack 6 checkers on any point. Like...
But
oh, no, right, okay, right, this does stack 6 checkers, so...
But if he hits with a 5, then he's away, which is.
I don't know how bad it is to he would have come out anyway to I
Double
guess it's bad
5.
to be hit, but not that bad. Double 3 is going to make the 10 point, the 3 of them.
What does that do?
I think it just plays 1 to the 11 point and 3 down, making a prime. Yeah.
Nice. He needs an 8.
And if Oliver can escape, then he's well on his way to just winning 2 points. Again, there doesn't look like any gammons. And I would think about coming up here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not. Would you come up there?
Yeah.
You would. Okay.
think
Yeah.
so.
Again, I see that you like to make the play that's going to win you the game. Miranda, you have a.
Who is this? Who is Angel?
I don't know. People are incognito. It's annoying, isn't it? You can't. They probably know.
No,
you
but
probably
it's
know
very
them.
nice. So at least
It could
they're
be
not
like
haters.
someone, a backgammon player that you know
Yeah.
quite well, but they just don't feel like.
Yeah.
And we lost the position markers. Look at this.
7.
He had these cube decisions
got
yesterday at this school, where so Marc is in a position where he could have a redouble, and he knows that if he redoubles,
How can he redouble?
because he's holding the
3
cube,
away.
because he needs 3 points, and he's only going to get 2 if he doesn't win a gammon. Okay, anyway, Oliver rolled a 2-6. I missed that.
5.
So redouble no longer on the cards. 5-1. Can you hit? I think you have to. These are the decisions that are so uncomfortable because you feel foolish when you hit something and it's just dangerous.
That
But
looks really risky to me.
well, how many shots are you leaving though? Depending on where you put the checker, you probably put it on the 7 point. 2 6 1 3 2 3 5 3. I think I would leave it here. So this leaves 1 2 2 2 5 2. That's 5 shots, and 1 6. It's only 7 shots, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that many.
But the thing is, when he hits that, it's not going to be the end of the hitting, if you know what I mean. If you're leaving 2 more. That's what I mean.
Wait, so if he
If he does get that, he's got 2 more to get. I
Yeah.
guess he's got to put on his board as well.
but also like the hit is so painful. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's what
And even if Oliver comes in, it's really
That's one
okay.
of the-
And he chose
Oh,
wisely.
Yes.
So Mark's probably going to play 4-1, but it's also difficult to repair the position. Doesn't always roll a 6 or a 3, but double 1 is happy to remake the 7 point. Or you don't have to. You could just you could actually make the 9 point and play 7 to 6. But I think I prefer to prime in this back checker here. So Oliver has to leave some shots. There's nothing he can. There's no magic that he can come up with. I don't know why it does.
I don't know why it's done that either. Is it stop?
No, it will.
There you go.
So yeah, Oliver's going to have to leave some shots. They're going to be gammonish shots. If a Mark rolls a 6-2 or a 5-3, and Oliver doesn't come in, it's just going to be over. Like Mark will just hold onto the cube and not redouble and just win a gammon. So it's like it's a little bit scary. So he has to
3,
leave a 7.
4,
He's also lived double 6 and double 4.
1.
Okay, he gets missed.
2 in.
I suppose he has to play 2 in.
Mm.
Again, Oliver's not assured of getting these checkers safe. So 6-1, he'll make the 11 point.
Make that point now.
Not particularly,
hard
but
to clear.
does he want to leave a shot, though?
Also, no.
It's funny, you often create these stiff positions even though they're stiff, when because you just don't want to leave a shot against a 5-point board. So I think I would do this. 6-5 is
And now
is just a
it's
4.
fine
It's
to-
hideous.
Yeah.
force move. And now Oliver's looking good, certainly for a single game. Could even force Marc off the 20-point anchor. But this is a bad roll because it has to play 7, probably.
Good point on the 1.
I was, yeah, I think I would, if I was going to hit, I would play 10 to 4. I don't want to give up the bar point. No, I'm not sure now.
This looks nice to me. 2 is
no, I would play
duplicated.
10.
It's
Yeah,
only double
as soon
2,
as
5,
he's.
2.
Well, I think I was playing 10 to 1 hitting. You don't have to hit though. You could play 10 4 6 3. Casper likes making the ace. I don't. I don't like making the ace.
I hate that.
I might even make that stiff play, but yeah, and the 6 I would play 10 to 4. So 1 4 is duplicated. That's also, I didn't really spot it, but if you don't make the ace, you play 10 to 4, and Marc rolls 4 1. He really wants to close the board with the 4, but he will close the board, but he'll have to stay back on the 24 points. I don't think it's that gammonish to make the ace point because Marc eventually will just come in on the anchor. So I would turn it down.
What do you like now? This one?
No, I like
24.
keeping the bar. Yeah,
Okay.
I like
So
this.
does Oliver.
There's the full one.
Oof.
So yeah, he actually really wants to come up as well. He really wants to come up, but I mean, my initial instinct that he's got to play 6 to 2. So 6 1 just comes out to the 19. So like 3 5 3 6 will break the okay, that's perfect. Wow, what a roll. Okay, and Ollie's gonna have to stay back because he's behind. He's gonna have to stay on the 18 point.
And if Marc rolls 1 6 1. 6,
Yeah.
2,
6 1 6 2. So Ollie makes the 2 point. But also if Marc rolls 5 1 5 2 5 3.
Yeah.
So a massive turnaround with double 4. Double 1. I mean, I don't know whether I would keep the final checker on the 5 point or not. I'm not sure if it even matters. But we know that Ollie has to stay back. He would love to be able to make the 5 point with a 2 1. He's going to have to slot the 5 and play 3 to the bar because he can't leave a shot. So again, what we said, like 5 1, 5 2, 5 3. There's a shot. So Marc's going to minimize. So he has 2 1, double 2, 2 6, and double 1 hits and covers.
It's not a good 6.
2
Yeah.
1. Okay, so Marc's looking good. Fans. Okay, Marc's got a good chance of just getting off that 16 point. He's going to have to play them both, leaving 6 5, 6 1, 6 4, 5 5, 5 2. That's a lot of shots. Sounds to me like 10 shots or 9 shots. I still think he's got to do it. I don't love that. So what's that? 6 4 6 2 double 5 5 2. So I might have miscounted, but I think it's like 2 fewer shots. So okay, I didn't count the 5 3. So it's 6 2 6 4 6 5. That's 6. 5 3 is 8. Double 5 is 9. Have I missed something? Okay, Mark's getting like
No, he
into the
can make
redouble.
another point.
He's getting into like sort of redouble territory, but we
Yeah.
had this position. Mark had this position the other day where he handled the cube very well. He knows that Oliver's take point is 15.6, something like that percent, 15.8. Okay, this could be. He just recubes very quickly, giving Oliver kind of a tough decision. But I just think this is a little bit early with those 3 checkers out there. Mark could just roll something that doesn't get any of those checkers in, although it will clean up, like a 2-1 or a 3-1. And if Oliver just comes in, I think he's got decent winning chances. So Mark has a kind of a double-edged kind, almost winning some gammons. So I don't think this is a cube. He might just be trying to get the match over
Lots
with.
of rolls make the 5-point or the 6-point or an outfield
That's
point,
true.
and then there's much less risk of getting hit
Yeah.
if that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
turnaround
yeah.
problem. Do you know the race?
So, but yeah, so 6-5, 6-3, 5-3 make the 5-point, and then Oliver's struggling. But if Mark rolls 5-1 or 4-1, okay, maybe it is. I'm surprised that he even passes it actually. So I think that must be a take.
And now it's Crawford. Okay. So if Oliver wins,
Jens says it's a bluff. I wouldn't trust what I'm saying. I'm not sure. It's just my first instinct was that was a bit quick for Mark. I would have thought about it, and having those 3 checkers out there means it's tough to necessarily be sure that you're going to bring the position home. And when you've got some gammons and you're leading 4-2 to 7, you kind of just want to hold on to the cube and wait till your winning chances are definitely really high. But they might have been high enough then, I don't know. 5-2, going to hit, come down.
Does bluffing really make sense in UBC?
No, I
so.
don't think it was I don't think it was a bluff. It was just I think, was it a pass? Who knows? Make the bar, yeah. So Mark's gone to Crawford, 3-2, he'll bring 2 down. I don't think anyone is. I can put the position, I could try to put the position in, but then
I'd really like to see that.
It looked like a pass. So if Casper thinks it's a pass, probably was fine. I mean, I trust.
I'll go back to it.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. 2-1, nice. 24-22, 8-7. Mark would like a 6-2. There we go. Thank you very much. So not so many great numbers for. I mean, Oliver can be happy to. That's the number. Just goes all the way to the 14. Yeah. Doesn't want to make the 9.
No. He'll make the 14.
Oliver's way up in the race, or he's quite far up in the race to not think about leaving the checkers back on the 18. And now Oliver will take a 6-1, or 6-1 will clear the 14 point. 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, all making points in board. 6-5 will bring 2 checkers down. Six-one, perfect.
Clear the 14. Nice. Okay, so Oliver will probably win 1 point now, and then he'll be 4 away. And
Right,
needs
he'll
to
be 4
win
away. Okay, yeah.
Doubled gammon or...
That was an illegal play. I missed it. Oops.
What, really?
Yeah, I didn't see what.
What was that? The 4-3?
No, not the. I think the 6-1 maybe. I'm not sure. I missed it. 2-1. Okay, so Oliver doesn't want to leave a shot necessarily, and I don't think I would. Just play 8-7, 6-4. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave a shot here. I don't think it gains enough, anywhere near enough to justify the danger. This is 6-2
This shot is fine.
for no reason. I don't think so. I would. Yeah, I don't like it.
Where would you play the 2? Oh, 6
I think we'll play 6-4. Yeah. So Oliver's only given himself a 6-1, 6-2 for that guy. I wouldn't have done it. 3-2. Again, I wouldn't do it. I would just play safe.
Yeah.
This is a 6-1 as well. This has got to be too much.
5-2 and 6-1.
5-2. 5-2. Didn't I say?
What was the need for that? You did too.
6-2, and now, yeah, you really I mean, when you give yourself, when your opponent's such a role that will absolutely turn the position completely. So Oliver was like 60-40, let's say,
Yeah.
and after Marc hits, Marc's like 90-10.
Yeah.
So it's just giving away much too much, even though it's not that likely to happen. But
He's rolled a 1, 6-4.
okay, 6-4, yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
He's thinking of
is this
slotting.
clock ticking down
He's
like
thinking of
this?
slotting because he knows that playing 6-4 is not not amazing. So 7-5 is, let's go, Marc.
Fair enough, he can't lose.
3-1, that just hits. And comes in because Marc needs 6s to come out. So give himself a 5, a good 5.
He's thinking about making a 6 prime.
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't, I don't think.
Why? Oh,
Because
then
now
he's got
Oliver can
counter
just
prime.
make, yeah, so I would just hit.
Fair
This looks
enough.
wrong.
Yeah.
And just
this
play
is
7-6
nice.
with the
This
1.
is nice.
Double
That's
2. 6-1, so he gets to
He's
come
gonna
out.
Come out, yeah. But now double 1 is a monster.
Yeah, he should have. I think he should have
I
played
would
10
have
to
given
9,
double 1.
giving himself 6-2 to close the board. So 1-5, not quite good enough. Maybe he has to play
Oh.
6-1, keeping the
It's
11
better than
point.
stacking another one.
But Marc gets
Oof.
double 5. Oh, okay. Well, it just really doesn't matter how much you play,
Bloody
how he plays it. I'm not even sure. He could even switch. Not even sure if he should hit or if he should switch or if he should not hit at all. I don't know. Anything is good. It's fine.
I
In a
think he should hit. He doesn't want the anchor there.
doesn't
'cause
want
then
the
Oliver
anchor.
Has a chance.
Yeah. I guess I think if if Oliver had a better home board, then maybe Marc would be cautioned against hitting here. But Oliver's
Yeah.
got an open 5 point, so it shouldn't be too dangerous if Oliver rolls a 1 here, which he doesn't. So Marc needs 4s or 10s.
Marc wants the 6-3.
Rolls the 4, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So shorter match. I think Oliver won the PR, but he's not only going to win 1 point, so it's going to be difficult for him to challenge for the win.
How's the match going?
4-1. Just save, playing 6-5. Okay, that clears the 6 point. And then puts 2 checkers on the 4 point. You can see that Marc's a little tired, I think.
Mm.
Four 2 just plays from the back, I think. 5-3, 5-1. Yeah. And this is pretty much unwinnable. 5-3, and going to be very difficult for Marc to leave a shot and or for Oliver to stay on the bar for it to be decisive. Okay, so again, 0 position, no shots. And that is going to be it. So Oliver should resign. There's no decisions here. I don't think any Marc can ever lose this game, even if he misplays all of his dice rolls here. So if he rolls 1s and refuses to take a checker off, so I think he should just resign. Oliver should just resign.
Yeah. There are 3 more rounds
There's the handshake.
left today. Come back for
10,
round.
11 and 12, 3 more rounds.
Yes.
Okay, but we've got next match we'll have I'm not sure, Hideaki against Oliver maybe, and no, Hideaki against
We're on the big screen.
against Marc, and Oliver will play Mitchie, I think.